Life turning pages, night turning days. I'm tired of waiting, I gotta make it.
Honestly, my list doesn't look very much different than this, other than I take out the Clippers and I add somebody else who were the Wizards. But this is what I say. Cleveland, I can't tell people enough that the Cleveland Cavaliers are a team that you must watch. Ricky Rubio has them running. And then we also talk about Lauri Markkanen. And then Kevin Love has embraced the vet role, and he's coming off the bench and giving them great minutes. And so when you look at this team, they had Evan Mobley had an elbow, they had Jared Allen miss a little bit of time, and then they kind of struggled for a couple of games. But this team right here is a playoff team if they can stay healthy. But they're impressive to watch, and Evan Mobley is the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year. You heard it here first.
What's up, y'all? This Relly all back with another video. Yes, son. Today we got to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers once again, because we got to talk about how we're finally getting some respect and if the Cleveland Cavaliers should pursue Caris LeVert. But before we get into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. And if you already subscribed to my channel, share it to somebody who ain't subscribed, because with y'all I know I can get there. And when y'all are done with that, hover over to the like button and smash that too, so we can tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with the world. And also too, if you want to keep up to date with me and my channel and message me personally, you should follow my Instagram, so we can talk, and you can see what's up with my channel going forward. And I will have the link down in the description to the song of my new intro, like I said, down in the description box below. But like I said, we got to talk about these Cavs, man, so let's jump into it. Now, we all know Richard Jefferson showed the Cleveland Cavaliers some love, right? Anybody that's seen that clip and the full video, you know that whole panel from Richard Jefferson, the host, and the other two candidates, they was giving us some love, right? They was doing like a power ranking sneakers or people who can slide in there. And the Cleveland Cavaliers was on all of their lists, because they all realized the Cleveland Cavaliers defensively has been phenomenal, right? JB Bickerstaff has been coaching these players to compete. Like, every game we've played, we've competed. Even when we lost, we've competed. This is why I don't think anybody from a Cleveland standpoint have been disappointed. Yes, there's some things we can fix, right? Like, people want Isaac Okoro to shoot more consistently, right? And they want Garland to be a little bit more decisive on his shot making in the clutch, right? But all of that is worked on by experience and over time, right? Because these are still young players, but they're still impressing us. Like, Evan Mobley has been great, right? Jared Allen has been great. Cedi Osman has been great. Darius Garland, Kevin Love in his new role has been phenomenal, right? And I was one of those people saying Kevin Love should be traded. Yes, we should still look for a partner, possibly. But right now, right, if we can get him on a better deal, a cheaper deal, or a more affordable deal, Kevin Love, if he would be willing to stick in this role, would be better for us, right? Right now, Kevin Love, if he stays healthy, this is the Kevin Love we need on our Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Now, we hope that Darius Garland can be more of a closer, but that's going to be game by experience. He's going to learn that, right? Like, Darius Garland so far this season has been phenomenal. Anybody that's watched these games know he's been phenomenal, right? He's been impressive. He's been exciting. And we love seeing him out there and hoop and shoot that basketball, right? And even Evan Mobley, he's been spacing the floor. He's been playing great defense, elite level defense, right? Jared Allen, like, I can't really emphasize how good these players has been playing unless you watch the game, right? And this is why the Cleveland Cavaliers are starting to get some respect, because the league noticed that the Cleveland Cavaliers is doing this without LeBron, which is even better when you realize that we always had the stigma that the Cleveland Cavaliers could only be exciting, could only be good if we had LeBron. And right now, this team looked like a playoff contender, right? Like, I'm not saying that because I'm from Cleveland, I'm a Cleveland fan. I'm saying that from a legitimate, perspective of loving basketball. This looks like a playoff this could get in the playoffs, right? I don't know how much damage they would do. They're still a young team. They still need some pieces. But right now, this is a hungry team that could very well get in as a play-in, 8 seed, and if we really, really want it, we can get a 7 seed in the East. I'm very confident in that right now, right? I really think the Cleveland Cavaliers as constructed right now could get that spot, and I got to acknowledge Kobe Altman. I got to acknowledge JB Bickerstaff. I got to acknowledge these players because they've been out here hooping. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Cavalier fans, I know y'all looking for some new cool gear to rock out with, and I got 3 y'all should look at. Now, for starters, we got the Windcraft Cleveland Cavaliers American Stripe flag. It's 3x5 with durable metal grommets and features a quadruple stitch fly-ins. Then, of course, for all the die-hard Cavs fans, we got a 2016 championship banner that's also 3x5 to remind everyone that we are the loyalists and the best diehard fans in the league. So if you want to represent, go ahead and also check out this championship banner. Now the weather is changing, and any Clevelander and Ohioan knows how disrespectful our weather gets. And that's why y'all should be looking into a new Cleveland Cavalier cap. Did not only keep you warm, but to remind the world who you rep. So if you want any more information regarding any of these 3 products, go down in the description box below and click on the link and let them know that Relly sent you. And shout out to my boy Cleveland Fake ESPN, because he consistently posts. Like, you will always get a post on him. Y'all should check him out, right? And he made this post after the news broke that Indiana is potentially shopping Caris LeVert and Sabonis, and there's another player, but I can't remember. And he was like, maybe we should try to pursue either Caris LeVert or Cam Reddish, and this is what it would look like. And honestly, that's something I think the Cleveland Cavaliers should pursue. Now, in this reference, you can kind of assume that we possibly traded Ricky Rubio, which would make sense. I think Indiana would probably do that to either see if they can stay competitive or see if they can get more value for Ricky Rubio, which I think possibly could happen in that situation. But for the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think, like I said, I think Caris LeVert would work. I think he would be a perfect player for the Cavs, right? I think Cam Reddish would be a perfect player for the Cavs because we can stick him at the small 4. Or we can stick him at the 2, right? Honestly, he could be a big 2 guard, right? And I think he would have more freedom to shoot, with the emphasis of JB trying to get his players to be consistent offensively. He's trying to see what we have offensively, because defensively, we got it, right? We are really, really good defensively. We are monsters on the defensive end. JB is not letting these players give up on defenses. And this is how we stay competitive in a lot of these games, right? And offense is where we lack, for sure. Like, anybody to watch, offense is where we lack. When we get hot, we're hot, but it's not like how when we get hot on defense. When we get hot on defense, we are some monsters. Jared, Markkanen, Evan Mobley, or Isaac Okur are killers. Ricky Rubio can be killers on that defensive end. You get what I'm saying? Right? So, I kind of want to ask y'all, right? Do y'all think we should pursue Caris LeVert, or do y'all want us to pursue Cam Reddish, right? And I think that's going to be a battle of preference, right? Which is why I made a post saying, or asking, who would y'all rather have? Would it be Cam Reddish? Would it be Caris LeVert? Because in this situation, we have to be careful. We have to be very smart on which player we think can help us pursue the playoffs, because that's the end goal, right? If we make this trade, like, do we think that player is cohesive with the talent we have that can potentially be stars in Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, who are hooping? You get what I'm saying? Like, they are hooping. So if we get Cam, or if we get Caris LeVert, we got to know it works, right? So that's why I want to know down in the comments below, who would y'all rather have? You get what I'm saying? Because honestly, I would probably want Cam Reddish, right? I feel like Cam Reddish is going to be a very special player, but I would understand perfectly if you want Caris LeVert over him. You get what I'm saying? We also got to talk about Collin Sexton, because we got to ask ourselves, how does this impact Collin Sexton? And before we get into that, though, I'm not going to lie, I did a good job editing that photo of Collin Sexton. I'm not going to fake. But like I said, we got to talk about how this impact Collin Sexton, because if we do trade for Caris LeVert, right, more so Caris LeVert, this dude impacts Collin Sexton financially, right? Like, how we pay him and how we look at him for our future, right? Because I know Cleveland Fake ESPN, even though we got Caris LeVert in the trade, in his scenario, we still somehow kept Collin. But in this scenario, I don't think he would. He might be on the roster, but I don't think he would, by the end of the offseason, he would be on the roster, right? I think that next season he would possibly not be on our team, right? Not saying it's, that's 100% how it's going to happen if we were to get Caris LeVert or can't, you know what I'm saying? But realistically, I think Collin Sexton, future on the Cleveland Cavalier, might be over, right? But tell me down in the comments below if you think I'm over-exaggerating, if you think that's not a possibility. We should keep Collin Sexton. Let me know, because Collin Sexton future on the Cavs is getting dimmer and dimmer by the moment, especially the better the Cavs get.
That's Atlantis with that money.